Hello, and welcome back to my Create Packs. So today, it's going to be a doozy one because I'm not at my 100%, and it's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. So, yeah. So today, we'll be dealing with the logistics stuff, and we're not going to build it right now because it's just going to be hours and hours, and oh boy, it's going to be a bit frustrating, and because there's a lot of stuff involved when you're dealing with the logistics. And you may notice in previous episode, I have these chain conveyors, and they're running right now. They are running. So if you go down here, this is what I'm thinking with the logistics. And in previous episode, I did show off all these contraptions down here, and how each input and output chest is right at the door next to the chain conveyors. Well, these chain conveyors can move stuff around. So this is the reason why I placed down the input and output chest over here. So I can move stuff out of these contraptions and back to main storage, and have main storage bring it down to here, you know? So, cool. So it goes all the way down to here with the chain conveyor belts. Do we need to do it this way? Probably not. Probably not. We can use belts if we want to in order to move that around, but chain conveyors is the thing to use if you want to do it like long distance and stuff. So this is the way to do it. So anyway, these chain conveyors, you can make these without making brass. So if you check out the recipe for that, it's just andesite casing and large cogwheels. And then in order to link them together, you just need vanilla Minecraft chains. So just right click that and right click that, and you'll be done. Now, well, why am I doing it this way with a spirally pattern? Because you can't chain it from this one to this one. You can't go vertically, and that just sucks. So we just need to do it at an angle. And if you do it at a steep enough angle, it won't let you do that either. So yeah, those are chain conveyors right there. But then again, you can absolutely fit the chain conveyor into one block, because it's just one block that needs to be open. So this one's just like sitting there with just one block open. So I can even close this up if I want to. So anyway, over here, I'm going to have these item vaults holding everything else. And I'm going to hold all the bulky items, such as cobblestone, andesite, and large volume stuff, such as wheat and seeds and stuff like that, inside drawers. So, and another mod that I added into this mod pack is the functional storage. So that's the one with the drawers over here. So these are the drawers right there. So these will be holding the bulk of the items right there. And I will not be using the sophisticated storage in order to hold large amounts of items right there. So my thinking is, once all the stuff comes up from down there, such as all the andesite that I'm mining from the extruders and everything like that, and all the other stuff that's outputting from all the contraptions, it's going to come out through this particular chain conveyor belt. It's going to go on a belt or something like that, and then it's going to first try to go into the drawer controller. I don't even know it's going to work. Here's the storage controller right here. It's going to go in here first. And if that doesn't work, that means it shouldn't go in there. There's no drawer for it. And then it's just going to continue along. And then it's going to go into the item vaults. If this is filled, it's just going to go into the next one. If that one's filled, it's just going to go to the next one. And the next one, and so on. And finally, if all the item vaults are filled, I'm going to have a sophisticated storage, a set of sophisticated storage somewhere down here, where it just takes on all the overflow. And we'll be done with that. And that's it. And that's it. So how do we link this together? Oh, boy. Okay, let's get started with that. So anyway, this is called stock ticker, and this is called stock link. So if you want to create some kind of a network of storage, then you'll need these important components. So a stock link, so let's say you want to create a network. So you just, I don't know which one you place down first, but let's go out here, because that's the example that I set up in order to teach myself how all this stuff works. And I still don't know 100% of how these things work. So this is the stock tickers. Okay, I haven't seen this in a while, so let me just familiarize. Let me just take a look at this and try to remind myself what the heck I just did. These are stock links right there. Okay, let me just figure out which one I need to place down first. Let me just check this one out here. And can I just get rid of this? Okay, I can get rid of this thing. And all right, let me just put some stuff away because I'm about to go creative mode and show you a couple of things here. And then you put these away. The levers, yeah, you can go in here. Okay, cool. All right, activate the creative modes. All right, so we have a stock link and a stock ticker. So the stock link goes on your storage, and the stock ticker is your terminal. So yeah, the stock link goes on more than one inventory that you need to link your inventory to this particular network. And yeah, so this one's like multiple stuff. So if I place this down, will that activate a network? Okay, that's a new network started right there. How about this one? Is that a new network or is it not a new network? Let me wait for that to clear first. Okay. Okay, so you can do it via one in order to start a new network. So this is a stock link. So let's work off of this one. And let's see. All right, so here's the stock link. Let me get a chest out here. Okay, chest. And get this thing right here. All right, so we have your main storage. So let's, for example, you're going to have your main storage right here. We'll have two chests. It's a small network, you know. So anyway, we're going to get rid of that one. All right, so we're going to plunk down a stock link right here. And we're going to place down another stock link right there. So, there we go. And then, we're going to put stuff in it. So, we're going to put like a couple of cobblestone in it. Or logs. Let's work off of logs this time. Here's some oak logs, and here's some birch logs. We'll put that in here, and we'll put that in here. So that's the whole your storage right there. Your pour. So anyway, you make a stock ticker right here, and then you right-click this thing. And then you right-click that one. Oh, they're not even connected. So you gotta make sure these things are connected to each other. So let me first do this. So that should be this own network right there. So if you need this to be a link to this stock link right here, you just need to right-click this thing and then place it down right there. So they're linked to each other. And you know they're linked to each other because they have this funky outline the whole thing. So yeah. All right, so we'll just use this stock ticker. Let's clear this one as well. Okay, put that in here. Clear this one. Okay, cool. And then we'll right-click that. So it's the same network. And then we'll put that right here. All right, so that's your stock ticker right there. So this is basically your terminal. But the thing is, you can't use it without like a mob next to it or a blaze burner. So let's get this particular red seat right here. It can be any color red seat that you want. It can be any color. It can be white, black, whatever that's inside, that's available to you. And what you need to do is you need a mob of some kind. So let's pick one of these wolfies right here. And you have it sit on this particular seat right here. And if it's a wolf or a cat, it'll have this like cap on top of it. If you use any other mobs, such as, I don't know, let's say a starbuncle, like I have right here, it's not going to have a cap because, you know, it's not like a vanilla mob or anything. So anyway, if you have a mob sitting like right next to the stock ticker, you can right-click it, and it'll just work. So that's pretty nice. That is pretty nice indeed. So, let's see. All right, so in order to link the stock ticker to these particular stock links right here, you're going to need some packages. And the packages look like these right here. These are the packagers. So let's get that out here. And then we're going to put it on the back. Right there. It doesn't need to be a back. It can be on the side. It can be on the front. And it can probably be on the top or the bottom too. I'm not quite sure. But I put it on the front initially. So this time I'm going to put it on the back, you know. So there we go. Alright, so if I right-click this thing, will it work? No packages linked. Okay, we got to link these things first. I forgot about that. Let me get this thing. And then, let me right-click this thing. Or do I need to, do something else with it? Oh, that's right. We need to put the stock link next to the packager, don't we? Do we need to do that, or do we need to put it next to the chest? Oh, you put it next to the packager. But can you put it next to the inventory? Okay, let me see. Let me go ponder this thing. Stock links create a new stock network. Alright, I know about that. Right-click the existing link before placing it to bind them. Okay, we've done that. Stock link packages make their inventory available to the network. Okay, so you gotta place it down on the packager. Okay, you place it down in inventory and it'll still work. Oh. I don't think you can place it down. Okay, fine. Fine. Let me redo that. And let me just move it back. And let me just move these back. I'll space them apart a little bit. Alright, so let me get these out again. And this is to this particular network right there. Alright, before we do that, we're going to put the packages down like that. And then we're going to put the start link on the side. Like right there. There we go. Nice. And you know they're working because they turn green. Alright, so we have the stock ticker right here. When you right-click Wolfie right here, you see all the stuff inside the logistical network right there. We have our birch logs and we have the oak logs as well. So this is the inventory right here. It can also work with, let's say, a drawer. So let's get a drawer out right now. Let's see, drawers. Let's see, birch drawers. Okay, here's an oak drawer right here. And we're going to put that right here. Okay, and then we're going to put a packager. Let's put it on the side this time because we won't be able to see it. Alright, let's see what we can put in it this time around. You know what? Spruce logs. Yeah, let's put some spruce logs in here. Let's do that. And then we'll put a stop link on the side as well. Right there. And it's linked to the same network right there. Okay, cool. Hey, you know it has like a frequency because you mouse over it, it says configured. And it's like has some kind of enchantment hue over it. So it's a little bit more purpley. So you right-click Wolfie now, you'll see the spruce logs right there because it's part of the network. So yeah, that's how you create a network right there. But of course, you right-click Wolfie, you can't pull it out. You can't pull it out. You know, it's some terminal. You know, you can only view the terminal, but you can't pull it out. But if you keep clicking on this, these things go up. What the heck is this? Well, you're supposed to request the items and put in an address to send to. You click send, and you get the package out of the network. So that's how it works. That's how you get stuff out of the network, you know? Or better yet, you can just go to the inventory yourself and just pull it out yourself. But, you know, that's not how it works. That's apparently not how it works. They want you to request the items and have the package be sent to you. That's how it works. So, yeah. So anyway, moving on along. Let's see what we can do next. Alright, so, yeah. Let's right-click Wolfie right there, and we'll request one oak log. And then, we'll click send anyway. You know? And then it'll just work. It'll just, output the package into this particular packager right here. And, we get the cardboard box right here. Yeah. It's packaged in a cardboard box. Right there. It's an entity. So you just throw it on the ground. It's like a freaking entity. And you pick it up too, and everything like that. And then you right-click it, shift right-click it. You get the item right there. So let's put it back in here. There we go. And of course, I have like a whole bunch of other packages like right here. It's like a bunch of entities. It's like a bunch of entities, which is fun. Which is fun. Now the thing is, sometimes these packages don't render under these particular shaders. That's a shame, you know. So yeah, that's another thing we have to deal with. So, anyway, so if you want to put stuff back in, I guess you can conveyor belt into the damn thing. I haven't tried this yet, so we're gonna see. So let's see if we can conveyor stuff back in. Okay, engine. Where's that creative thingamajiggy that I see other people do? I don't know. Create um creative fluid tank, creative. Okay, there it is. Creative motor. I'll put that right here. All right, cool. And then I'm gonna get a belt, and we'll see if we can like put a package back in or something like that. Maybe put that on the bottom. Let's see, a funnel. I'm gonna need a funnel. All right, we'll do it like that. Okay. All right, it's moving in. Now, I would imagine a package going in a packager is probably not going to work. So if I do this, probably not going to go in, right? Yeah, it's not going to go in. All right, give me that. Now, I'll get one of these other packages out here. This one is an iron ingot. So let me get one of these. And then I'll put it on the conveyor belt like so. Okay, yeah, it goes in. You can put stuff in. Yeah, there it is. Nice. Fantastic. And then if I reverse this, can I reverse this? Yeah, there we go. Nice. And then I request the iron ingot out. You can put it back on the belt. Nice. All right, give me that. I'll put it on the pile right there. All right, so what the heck is next? How about we output to a particular packager or something like that, or maybe it goes to a certain address that you can see down here, right there. Send items to. So yeah, let's try to figure that one out. The packager. I would imagine that you can't quite name these particular things, right? I don't think you would name these particular things. So, the stock tickers. Maybe this one has the answer. Okay, but can you tell me where the requested point is? What is these addresses? Hold on, what's this about filters? Using attribute or list filters, categories can be added to the item listings. Right-click the stock ticker to open the category editor. Oh, okay. A stock ticker. There's a category right here. New category. Place a list or attribute filter to specify which items are included. Stock ticker for this particular thing. Yeah, I still don't understand what this is. Category. List filters. For what? What does this do? So yeah, I don't know what that is. So I'm sure one of you to tell me. All right. So what the heck is next right now? All right, we're trying to send things to a certain point, and I don't know where that would be. So I mean, we can insert packages back in, and then if it's requested out, we can bring it out onto a belt. I suppose it can go to a centralized place you know, such as, having the belts converge into one and go into a certain position, like what the ponder says, what the ponder shows. So I guess that's one way to do it. But we might have inventories like all over the place. So how the heck are you gonna do that, right? So the thing is, I only went into chain conveyors and the frogs, as you see right here. So I guess we should do that one next. So yes, let's see. This one is that one, and okay, that's the belt over here. That one goes into there. All right, and this is the storage for that and that one, and then we have this one, and then let's see, storage in F. Okay, this is that one. I don't know what you are for. What the heck are you for? Okay, that's input and that's output. Alright, what the heck are these? Redstone requesters? Like, what? Oh, boy. Alright, I don't remember any of this. Alright, what the heck did I do over here? This is what happens when you take a week off. Alright, let's start building the chain conveyors. Alright, so let's say you have a contraption doing something somewhere else, and you have a couple of input chests, and then you have an output chest, right? Right there. So this one takes the input or something like that, and then one outputs back into the main storage, which is over here somewhere. But we need to define this as the main storage. So first of all, let's get rid of this one, and let's get rid of this one. Let's make it a little bit simpler. And let us get these guys out. This is the package frog ports. So we'll put this little guy over here, and we'll put this little guy over here. These guys is what interacts with the chain conveyors that you see over here, with the little packages right there. They slurp it up and put it inside the packager, or they take stuff out of the packager and just put it onto the chain conveyors, so they can move somewhere else. So this is what these guys do. These are called frog ports. So before we do that, we need to link it up with something. I think that's what we need to do. See, that one and that one. Okay, let me figure this out. Do I need to write? No. Remember, I need to do something with these before. Right, I need to right-click the chain conveyor. So, let's put some stuff down first. So let's see. We'll put one here. Okay, and then we'll put like another one over here, I guess. Okay, and then we'll put another one over here. All right. Chain conveyors. Let me get one of those. We'll put one over here, and over here. And then later on, we're gonna fiddle around with something else, and we'll put one over here. Now, they don't need to be this close to each other. They can be a little bit further away. But the thing is, you're gonna have like several of these, like chained together. You want to like go long distance or something. So then you get some chains out. Okay, we'll link this one to that one, this one to that one, and this one to that one. And then we're gonna need some rotational power, so I'm gonna bust out the motor. That thing right there. It'll start moving. Alright, great. Alright, let's see. You probably don't need these shafts like going up and down, you know. They just look pretty. Just spinning in the ground, so alright. Alright, so we got the frog ports right here. So before you place them down, you're supposed to right-click the point on the chain before placing them down. So let me set up these chests right here. And we'll put the packages down. Alright, put the one down here, put one down here. Now, these things don't have stock links, right? Yeah, they don't. They're only isolated to that particular contraption. So they shouldn't have any stock links. You could put a stock link on it if you want to, but what's the point of moving it back to the main storage if you're gonna have a stock link on it? All right. So anyway, okay. So let's see. This is the. Which one should I make what? Let's make this the input. And this one the output. So this is the input that's going into the contraption. So imagine we have some kind of fancy contraption over here just processing stuff away. So we're going to right click this particular frog right here. I'm going to put it right here. And open this up, the interface right here. And then we're going to call this input. F. There we go. This is input and F for frog because it's a frog. And then for the other frog right here, I'll right click the point on the conveyor. I'll put it on this packager right here. We're going to rename this to be output F. Output because it outputs the stuff from the contraption and back onto the conveyor. And F for frog. All right, so there we go. We got 2 frogs down. We got input, and we got output right there. So cool. All right, so for the output right here, and you may notice that I put a sign over here, right here, and this is that's kind of important. So we're gonna have another conveyor that's going into the main storage. So let's probably flip this around, and then we're probably gonna funnel that back in because over here, that's why it's done over here. All right, so we're gonna put a funnel like right here. And right here. That's the input right there. And this is the output right there. And it shouldn't even be over here because there should be an input and output belt from all these packages. So, but then again, we're using the frogs, right? So I don't think that's needed. So yeah. We only need an input one. So we're going to put a shaft here. And then we're going to put a shaft here. Okay, then we get a belt here. Drag it all the way out to here. If I can. Okay, then we move it down. Alright, let's move it in the other direction. And we're going to have a packager like right here. And is that what we're supposed to do? Let me see. Okay, no, it's a chest. Okay, let me get a diamond chest over here. And then we'll put the frog, like, right on top of it. And I don't think you'd even need, like, a chest over here. I think it just goes in there, right? Okay, let me see. But I guess you can make it like a buffer chest or something. I'm not quite sure. But it only takes 1 package at a time, so I would imagine it wouldn't, Okay. Let us right-click the chain over here. I mean, you can right-click anywhere on the chain conveyor that's closest. And then we'll put the frog down here, and this will be the storage input. Storage input right there. All right, so this is called storage input. Now, we need to put a sign like right here for the output frog right here. So this is the frog that outputs all the stuff from the contraption that's going on over here. Just imagine. And then it's going to put it on chain conveyors. And we need to tell it where it should go. So one way to tell it where to go is to put a sign right on the packager right here. Come on. Come on. No, like this. There we go. And we'll name this storage input. The same name that we named the input frog right here. So what happens is that each package that comes out of this particular chest and into this particular packager, it'll be labeled storage input before being placed on the chain conveyor belts. So when it's going along the conveyor belts and you have other frogs over here, obviously it's going to slurp it up because it doesn't have a label on it. And then it's just going to go inside chest and everything like that. So we don't want this frog to be taking it. We don't want this frog to be taking it. We want this frog to be taking it. And we definitely don't want this frog taking it back out and putting it back in, you know? So yeah, we gotta put a label on it. And once we have a label on it with storage input, the storage input frog will see that it's labeled storage input and slurp it up and place it back in there. It's not to say that this guy will not slurp it up anyway if it doesn't have the label on it. We just don't want the other frog slurping it up. So, cool. Alright, so anyway, we'll put a funnel right on its ass, like right there. So we can take the packages out. And then it'll be placed into whatever chest has the funnels on it. So this funnel can have like a filter on it. This one can have another filter on it, whatever. So whatever your input means are, you can place it back in the storage one way or another. Alright, let's see what else. Alright, we got the storage input frog. We need to deal with these particular frogs right here. So we are going to link it to this one right here. I'll put this one here. And this is storage F1, I guess. You know, put that one right there. And then we'll get this frog out here. And we'll call it storage 2F. Right there. Okay, so that's I reversed the letters there. Oh well, whatever. So these particular frogs, why do we need frogs over here? Would we have a frog over here? Is because we need to be able to take stuff out of these chests and onto the conveyor belt. So these frogs will handle it. So let's say you request like oak logs from this chest over here, and it gets placed onto here. And if that happens, then it's like, where's it gonna go? You know, there's no belt taking it out or anything like that. We just need the frog to handle it. So this frog will just take the package and put it on the chain conveyors, and off it goes. You know, and off it goes. Alright, so, what we could do is we can have another frog. And, let's see, how the heck are we gonna do this? Okay, let me get this guy out here. Okay. And, we're gonna put another chain conveyor belt, like, right here or something. Okay, I'll put another... Oh, it's just in the way, isn't it? It's just a... Alright, here. Just move it up. Okay. Yeah, it's just, like, in the way now. Alright, we'll chain this one to that one, right there. And then, this is where we're going to have some output. So, we're going to have a chest, like, right here. And then, we're going to have another frog. And then, we'll link this thing to, let's see, how the heck are we going to do this? That's a funnel right there. Okay, we'll put them right here. And this will be, output. No, we already have a frog named output. Pickup. Yeah, that's it. Pickup F. This is where we pick up items. Alright, so we're gonna have a funnel. Oh boy. How the heck are we gonna do this? Yeah, we'll do this, and then, let me use a depot. Do we have a depot around here? Okay, that's depot. And let me get one of these. And then, yeah, we'll put it right there. Alright, cool. Alright, this will be pickup frog. And, we're gonna put a sign on each of these packages right here. But then again, we don't really have to, because we can just tell the Wolfie over here just to send it to that particular address. So we'll say pickup F, and then we'll request a log. And there it goes. This frog slurped it up, puts it on the chain conveyors, and it goes along the chain conveyors like that. And it knows where to go because we told it where to go. Right? Right? We told it where to go? Okay. This frog will slurp it up. And puts it right there. Fantastic. Yeah. We got a centralized pickup location. Then we can just open up the package, and there we go. An oak log. And then we just put it back in. There we go. Nice. And now, let me get that log back. Let's say that log output from our contraption. We'll put that right there. and then we need to we need to take it out automatically. So we're gonna put a lever on this packager, and we're just gonna leave it on all the time, right there. And there we go. That's the storage input, and then the first funnel is gonna take it in and put it right back in there. So cool. That's fantastic. And it packaged up both of the logs in one package. So yeah, that's convenient too. All right, so there we go. We have we're coming along. We are coming along. All right, let's see what else we can do over here. What the heck am I missing over here? All right, we can have more than one stock ticker. So if you can, I wonder which frequency this is. Okay, it's that one. So you hold it, it just highlights it. All right, so yeah, you can have more than one stock ticker. So if you have like the first floor, you can put that, you can put a stock ticker right there. And if you need another stock ticker on a different floor, for say, you can have another stock ticker right there too. So that's pretty neat. So you can put one like right there. And then which mob should we use next? This kitty. I guess you can use a kitty. But let's pick something special, shall we? Let's pick like a whole different mob or something like that. I mean, I suppose you can use one of these guys, right? Just to grab you. And then we'll make the mob sit on this seat, just hovering over it, which is, yeah. You right-click that, and it'll totally work. Yeah. Any mob would do. Any mob that's willing to sit in the seat right there, you can have it be your stock keeper right there. So, cool. Very nice. You can have it be, if you can get away with that. You can have a star bunko. You can have other mobs as well, so pretty neat. You can, as opposed to having like a seat and a mob on top of it, you can have a blaze burner as well. So you can just place a blaze burner right there, and it'll still work. All right, see what else we have going on here. You can have redstone requesters if you want to do that. So let me get one of these. And what this thing does is you define what items you want in here and the address that you want to be sent to. And you hit the button, and it'll just order up, and it'll get you those particular items, So let me see if I can get that done. So let me see. Do I right-click this thing, or do I need to, does it need to be next to this damn thing? I think it needs to be next to the damn thing. So let me see. Ponder. Right-click a start link. Okay. Just, no, not like that. Okay, there we go. And then, I don't know. I suppose I put next to the stock ticker, because that's where you... that's where I would put it, because, I'm requesting certain items and stuff. Or I just put it next to the pickup frog, Either way works. So then you get a button. And then what I could do is, like, right-click this thing. And then I can tell to, I don't know, I want, like, logs. And then you can scroll up and down to change how many logs you want. So let's say, I don't know, I want 4 logs right there. And I want to be sent to a pickup frog. Do that. And then I'm going to put a button on it. Order up. You set on the conveyor belt right there. And I'm surprised the shaders are handling it, because last time I tried this, the shaders didn't show the package on the conveyor belt. I mean, the chain conveyor. And there we go, pick up frog, and there we go, there's our package. So let me pick this up. There we go. And it has 4 logs in it. Fantastic. And then, we can probably put it back on here, right? Yeah, just put it back on here. And it'll get returned back to the same chest right there. Because it's like first come, first serve with this particular conveyor belt, so yeah. Alright, so there we go. That's the requester. So anyway, if you just, get your face ripped off or anything like that, or if you're starting your adventure, you can have the logistical request like certain blocks. Let's say, I need a stack of cobble to be able to nerd pull up sometimes. And I need some food because I'll be going out for a while. Or I need my sleeping bag so I can sleep through the night. I need my water bucket as well because I'm going on an adventure. You can totally do that. You can just press the button and it'll just take all your stuff out like that. It'll go on the conveyor belt. And which one's the pickup frog over here? Okay, it's that guy over here, I think. Let's see, that's craft input, that's craft output. I don't know where it's going, so... Okay, it's going to this frog right here. This frog's gonna pick it up. And there we go, puts it in the chest. And there's all my adventure items right there. My sleeping bag, my cobble, my water bucket, and the bread. So there we go. There we have it. So anyway, for the crafting stuff, so you can totally do that. You can send crafting ingredients to a frog. And this one is crafting input frog. So this frog will get all the crafting ingredients. They'll slurp it up, put it inside this crafter, this mechanical crafter right here. Crafts it, puts it into this particular chest right there. And this frog will put it back on a chain conveyor to be placed back into the main storage. So there's a sign like right here, storage input. Storage input frog, which is this guy over here. So cool. Yeah, so that's how this one works. But the thing is, the crafting stuff, oh boy, the crafting stuff. It's a whole nother can of worms right there. Alright, so anyway, let's start crafting. Let's start setting this up. Let's start setting up the crafters over here somewhere, right? So let's do it again over here. So anyway, with the crafting stuff, you need to make it 3x3. I don't know if it goes any bigger, but it's a 3x3. You can probably go bigger. Hey, that one goes down there. And let's have this one be the last one. So we'll have output frog like right here. So let me see. How did I do it over here? Okay, I have a chest and a packager. So I have a chest. That's the output chest right there. And then I have another packager right there because we need to package it up. Okay. Then we're going to have a frog. We'll right-click the chain and put the frog right here. And then we're going to name it crafting out. Craft out F. There we go. And then up here, we're also going to place down our input frog. And that's a packager right there. That unpackages the package. Okay. Can I put a chest right here? Because it can have like several items, right? I don't think it really matters or something, but okay. We'll put a packager right there. Alright, there we go. And then, in order to make it be a little bit easier, I think we need to merge it, but we'll see. That one goes into there. Yeah, you know what? Let me merge it, just in case. Alright, there we go. So I think that way you can go like in one side, and it'll just go into every single one, I think. Alright, alright, let me right-click the chain for this one. And then we'll put it on top of this one. Alright, so this one is craft in F. Okay, cool. So this one will grab stuff off the chain. And then goes in here. Once it crafts it, goes inside the chest. And then this craft F frog, we'll put it back on the belt. In order to go back into this frog over here. So that's storage input. So we'll put a sign right here. Go storage input. Alright, there. Okay, cool. And we might need a lever for this. Do we need a lever for this? Oh yeah, we need a lever for this one. So what is this? Craft out. Get a lever for this one. So it'll just take stuff out of chest automatically. Alright, cool. Alright, what else am I missing? Okay, we're missing a lever for the mechanical crafter, just in case. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is the cardboard wall, right here. Now, it doesn't have to be a cardboard wall. It can be a stone wall if you want it. You know, or any other material that you want to place down these particular gauges that you see here. These are factory gauges. So this is what's responsible for all your auto crafting needs or manual crafting needs per se. You can also keep track of inventories as well. So let me get one of these things. There's a factory gauge. And then what we can do is, what is this one? This is oak logs, right? So what we can do is we can right click the stock link like this, just to set this particular gauge to this network. And then we can, let me just put this down the list. So this part of the wall over here is for this setup over here. So we're gonna make this other part of the wall be that network over there, even though that it's like on the wrong side. So let me just put it on this side then. Alright, there we go. So this wall will be for this side. Alright, so now this factory gauge is linked to this network right here. We're gonna put it on the wall, like, we'll put it in the corner right there. And what we can do is we can take one of the logs that we have inside our network, and then we can right click it. And you know what? It can tell us how many logs we have going on inside the storage right there. So you mouse over it, it's like, oh, fantastic. You can click and hold it. Target amount in storage. You can have the network keep this amount of items inside the inventory. You can also define stacks as well if you want to do that. And then it'll just try and do it. How does it do it? I haven't figured that out yet. Click and hold for target amount. Click to continue. Oh, recipe settings. Oh, this tells it how you can craft the logs. And this is a natural block right here. So yeah, let's pick something else, shall we? Alright, so as opposed to this particular factory gauge, you don't need to put it on the wall if you don't want to. You can put it anywhere else that, you can put it next to the chest if you want to. Just put it on the chest, you know, and it'll still work. There we go, it says 64. You can put it, like, right on the chest for the logs, even though that you can open it just to check. You can have factory gauge right there, you know. I mean, you can have it on the ground like this, and it'll tell you, you know. You can even have it flat on the ground as opposed to a wall. So that's pretty neat. That is pretty neat. Alright, let's get rid of this now. So those are the factory gauges. It does more than just tell you how many items that you have inside your storage. So let's try to make like an ordinary chest over here. So it's going to get complicated. So we're going to start off small, you know. And let's see what we can make out of logs. Okay, we can make 4 chests out of these logs. So let's go ahead and try to do that. So on our wall, first of all, let's get rid of that one, so we don't get confused. All right, so we're gonna put down a factory gauge, right? And then we're gonna put down a chest. We have 0 chests inside the network, because obviously we don't have any chests inside there. So anyway, we're gonna right-click this thing, and then we're going to see, move this gauge or add a new connection and everything like that. Ingredients can be added by connecting other factory gauges. Okay, so we need to do the other factory gauge first. So we'll do this one, like right there. And then click item to set an existing thingamajiggy. So let me try an oak log right there. Because you need the oak log, because you need to link the ingredients to whatever you're making up here. So since we're trying to make the chest out of oak logs, we need to set a factory gauge with the oak logs. So then we go back to this particular factory gauge, and then we're going to add the connection to this one right there. So you right click this one now. It'll just say, hey, sending oak log 1 to expecting oak log 2, which is absolutely wrong, by the way. So we just click this to use the mechanical crafting, and then it just corrects itself somehow. I don't know how that works, or how you can do it manually like this, but that's how it works, I guess. So if I click this, can I set the recipe over here? I'm not quite sure how to do that, so I'm sure one of you would tell me. Save and close, reset all settings, add a new connection. or something like that. But if I right click this and set to use mechanical crafting, it's correct. So cool, I guess. I'm guessing this is like crafting, and then this one's like to a machine or something, like some kind of process or contraption. And then I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I can do this. I can do this. So I can change the number of logs to 8. I send it to wherever address. Then that one handles the crafting part, you know. But if it's a mechanical crafter, you can just click this button and it will just handle it, no problem. All right, so for this one, we're going to send it to craft in F. Yeah? Craft in F right there. So if it needs to craft any of these particular things, we can totally do that if we want to. All right, cool. So we want to keep like, let's say 4. So if we hold, then like, let's say 4 right there. It'll get started because there's no chest inside the network. And that frog just yeeted some logs out. And it's going to be sent to this frog over here, this craft input frog. There we go. And this crafter will craft itself, hopefully. Oh, we don't have any rotational power. Hold on. Let me just get my motor out. Alright, let me get this thing out here. Alright, put that one there. And we're going to need a cog. Cogs? I need a cog. Okay, there's one. Alright, put that right there. And then the middle part is not going to be like, you know, filled in. So that's unfortunate. I guess we can... Hold on. That's not going to work, is it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. Oh, yeah, that's not... Oh, boy, that's not going to work. Alright, give me these. Reset. Reset it. Alright, that goes down like that. That goes down like that. That goes down like that. Alright, can I move this over here? That one goes down like that. That one goes like that. That one goes like that. Okay. Oops, dang it. No, don't put it all in there. Jeez, come on. Give me that. No, don't do... Sheesh. I'm gonna do it one by one now. Yeah, this will probably be easier if I just like get rid of this. That'll still work, right? See, this is stuff that I'm afraid of. It's like, there are like thousands upon thousands of recipes, and they're all different shapes, you know? There you go. That makes a chest that gets placed inside this chest, and the frog puts it back onto the conveyor. Chain conveyor. And it's going to go to this frog over here. And take a look, the factory gauge is still, like, blue. None of these frogs are taking it because we set the sign over there. And there we go, storage input. And there we go. We now have 4 chests in our network. And now it's green. Everything's okay. Everything's right with the world. We have 4 chests inside the network. So yeah, this is how you auto-craft some things. Keep things topped up and whatnot. And yeah, it's just a different beast. It's just a different beast right there. Is there anything else I can do right now? I suppose we have the smelter thing. You know, you can have the frog take in ingredients to be smelted. It'll just be placed down here. It'll smelt it and have the frog output it again. So that's another thing you can do. So this like contraption stuff right there. And what frog are you? Okay, you have to pick up frog for this stuff. All right, cool. All right, am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. All right, I think that's it. I think that's it. Now I'm wondering if they ever fix that bug with the sophisticated storage stuff. Let me go get that. All right. Do I have anything in here that's out of that? We do have like 524 cobblestone in here. So let me see if that's true. 32,000, 31,000. I think they fixed it. Hey, don't sit in the seat. Jeez. All right, that's stock link right there. And I don't know where the other stock link went to. What is this linked up to? I think that's linked up down there, right? Is it linked up down here? Oh, it is. It's linked up down here. The packager. And that one's linked up to this particular chest right here. Oh. Oh, it fixed it. They fixed that bug. Where it couldn't see the correct amount of stuff inside sophisticated storage chests. Alright, that's cool. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I can use sophisticated storage chests with the stock link right now. So 32,000, 31,000. So cool. It didn't used to say that. It used to say much, much less, you know? Like 128 or something like that. So now it says the correct number on it. Alright, that's cool. Alright, so there we have it. That's the stock stuff. Logistical moving and stuff. That I'm able to tell you that I know of so far. There are probably other stuff that I'm missing, you know? So if you go to high logistics, like there's the packager, there's the stock link, there's the stock ticker, there's the frog port, there's the white post box. So this has something to do with trains or something like that. There's the red tablecloth. We can sell stuff on a multiplayer setting. Here's the repackager. Here's the package filter that you can put on belts and stuff. The tunnels and the funnels, I'm guessing. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, so yeah, I was able to power through, and I think I did an okay job trying to explain all this stuff. So yeah, this is pretty much what I have in mind over here at the main building over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have like a stock ticker like right here. You know, move this over here and stuff like that. And then for these item vaults, it's going to have a stock link and everything like that. And then down here, going to have a couple of chests, overflow chests, with also stock links and packages and whatnot. How the heck am I going to take these things out, though? It's probably going to have to go on a belt, right? Or a chain. I might have to extend this down there, since I'm putting item vaults down there, too. So that's going to be a job. I don't know how that's going to look like. And then the frog's going to put it on the chain and like, just move it everywhere and stuff. Going to have bulk storage with the drawers. And hopefully this works with the storage controller. I think it works with the storage controller. What is this over here? This is the cobble, right? I think that works. Because this number is higher than all the other ones. Yeah, okay. I think that works. So yeah, I'm going to have some drawers down here too. Somewhere. A frog port. And then down here, with all the contraptions and stuff, it's going to be frogs. You may notice that there's already a frog over here, looking up to this particular chest. This is the output frog. Treat output. And this outputs puts it back into main receive, which is not even set up over there. And this the input chest is going to have another frog over here. There's going to be another frog over here. There's another frog over here. You know, stuff like that. And another frog over there somehow. Frogs over there. There's going to be frogs everywhere. So, cool. I need to set the sifters. Alright, so there we have it. So it's going to take some time in order to do that. So once I'm comfortable with that, then just come back and do some other things. What are other things that we can do? Over here, we can set up the farm gantry. I don't even know if that's called that. Let me see. Gantry? Is that what it's called? Yeah, gantry thing. So yeah, we can have the gantry thing like real early on when we did the farm. I mentioned that I've seen gantries going like all the way. It just moves all the way like this, and then moves back the other direction, just farming all the stuff and crops. I thought that was neat, so we'll do that in the future, as opposed to the little roundy thing that we have going on here. But so I mean, this is okay, you know, but it could be a little bit better. But we're not getting like the output that we need to because this is all slow growing, and obviously we're not going for quantity or anything. So this one has a lot more space, a lot more crops to go to. Now I don't know. I don't even know if it works with the melons and the pumpkins. So we'll find out. We'll find out if it works with these things. I'm sure one of you guys would tell me. All right. So yeah. Anyway, it may be a longer break this time because it's gonna take a much longer time setting up all the logistic stuff over here, like over there, and all the other smaller stuff. It's just like I'm not sure if it's worth doing a video on. I've noticed that the views has been quite low the past crate videos. I know it's kind of like more niche, and it's a love-hate thing with the crate stuff. Like some people tune out. It's like, oh, it's crate. I don't want to watch that. It's I used to think that way, but I decided to give it a chance anyway, and I'm glad I took that chance. I learned a couple of things, and it only makes me stronger. All this crate stuff. It's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. So when I start playing a mod pack that has crate in it, and the mod pack developer wants you to go into crate, forces you to go into crate, I'm okay with that because I know how to work with it. So cool. Anyway, yeah. So this has been another episode of My Crate Pack. I've been FumBlock, and I'll see you next time.